Okay, how's everybody doing? Good, good.
I got early, but I didn't get ready to come in.
I had a leisurely morning.
I always put too many things ahead.
I like Sundays because those are my leisurely morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we are. It's right on the button, so let's get started. So find your sit bones in your chair and lift up and out. We have the perfect amount of chairs. I'm gonna try and get some more next time, just in case. And we'll take those shoulders up, back, and down and do a little squeeze behind. Nice open chest. With your hands on your knees, let's close our eyes and we'll just take a moment to settle in, noticing your breath. No need to make it bigger. Just notice. And then when you're ready, we'll open our eyes. Let's take our hands to our heart. We'll add a little bow for Namaste. Namaste. Okay, let's begin. Let's take the arms out to the side. We'll stretch the fingers wide. Turn your palms up and go all the way up. See if you can match your breath with your movement. So arms come out, arms are facing up. We'll turn them down and bring them all the way down. Beautiful, halfway up. And turn them up. All the way up and over. And exhale. We'll turn them down and all the way up. One more like that. Okay, let's just roll those shoulders, big round circles, up, down, and back. And then we'll take them up, down, and back, and squeeze. And release the effort. Let's make circles forward. It's a little harder. A little more work, can we get the arms involved? And then release the effort, bring your shoulders down. And we'll draw them way up to your ears and hold and squeeze. And release up to your ears and hold and squeeze. And then release it one last time. Squeeze, squeeze, and let it go. Let's make a little bounce with the shoulders. And then how about one up and one down? And then the opposite up, opposite down. We'll go back and forth, one up, one down. And then both up. And both down. Big circles, up, down, and back. And then release the upward. Let's take the arms out to the side with the palms facing forward, and we'll give yourself a nice big. And a little twist side to side. And come to center. Now notice which arm is on top. We're going to switch it up. Arms out to the side, palms facing forward, opposite arm on top. And do a little twist back and forth. And coming to the center, we'll release those arms. Shake your hands, shake your arms. Let's do something for the hands. Let's rub them together. And don't forget the top. So has anyone heard of the tapping? Yeah. Tapping, yeah. It's supposed to relieve anxiety. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. I'm gonna learn about it. That's right. In between your fingers. And then how about your thumb? Just kind of milk your thumb. And then the palm of your hand, let one thumb just kind of knead or massage the palm of your hand. And then the other. Let's interlace our fingers and we'll press the palms forward. We'll inhale them all the way up here. If you're looking like this, that's okay too. And we'll go gently out to one side. So to keep those sit bones grounded. You're going to want to lift and shift. And come to center and release the arms out. Let's move forward to the edge of our chair. We have a little more space to move. And we'll reach to the back of the chair and drop the chest forward. Do a little inventory here and make sure your ankles are on your knees. And release the arms, we'll bring them out in front and round through your spine. So let the inhale, reach the arms back and drop your chest forward. And then the exhale, we'll round through the spine, hollow out the belly and the arms come out in front. So use your breath, in breath, and out breath. And in breath, and out breath. Let's do it one last time. And release the effort. We'll sit up nice and straight and tall. We'll bring our hands to our heart into Namaste, and then we'll draw them just a bit forward, and we'll dip the fingertips down and we swing them forward and back. Did you hear about that man that was swallowed by a whale?
He just did the whale's mouth.
Oh, that was incredible.
He's in that video, so I'm not sure.
Well, this made me think of swimming, that's why. Water. Crazy story. Okay, back to our heart. Let's go side to side. So see if you can make the arms and the hands go, but the torso stays forward. And one last one. Okay. Bring your thumbs to your heart and we'll make circles. So drawing them a little forward. We'll spiral. We'll start little and get big. So each time the circle's getting a little bigger. Pretty soon it's real big. And then when we get it to the top, we'll hold it there and spiral in the opposite direction. So now we're going big to little. And then we'll come to center and release the arms. And by your side. Shoulders up, back and down. A little shake. Okay, let's do a little cat and cow. So we're starting with a nice tall spine. The cow is just lifting your heart. And your spine tends to arc in. And using your exhale to round. Tuck your chin in. Let the breath take you in and out. Cat and cow. And the next time you lift up, you'll release the arms and hold for a breath. Okay, let's walk our feet nice and wide. Let's walk them back. Use your ankles to really walk them out and walk them back. And one last time out. And then in. Let's stretch the right leg forward and we'll add a reach. Inhaling up and back and left leg forward, add a reach. How about both legs forward and then add a reach. And feet on the floor. And again, we'll walk those feet nice and wide. Beginning with a tall spine, let's stretch out one leg and press through the heel. If you have the corner of the chair kind of nagging in your thigh, come a little more forward. And we'll bend the knee, put on the floor, and go to the other side to stretch it out. And put on the floor and we'll walk the feet together. Let's take the right knee into your chest. And the left knee into your chest. I should have mentioned that we're going to go to the floor today. Does anybody have that? Yeah, okay. So we'll do a little out and in. So certainly, do what you can. Listen to your body. We've added a chair yoga class after. Okay. Feet on the floor. Let's lift up onto the balls of your feet. Really stretching. Stretch, stretch. Toes nice and flat. And then heels and the toes will be up. Get lots of space between your toes. And again, up on the balls of the feet. You're giving a roll to the outside and inside. Everyone gets stretched. And then up on heels and toes up. Lots of space. Okay, feet on the floor, and we will draw the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall away. I want you to feel safe and stable, so see how that feels, if it works. Cobbler's pose, right? Knees together, and we'll walk the feet wide. I'm sorry?
Sorry, all good.
Okay. And then walking your feet together, let's bring the soles together, knees away. And then we'll walk the feet wide, knees together. Here we go. One last time, soles of your feet, knees away. And then the opposite, knees together and feet away. And we'll walk the feet back to center. And take one knee to your chest. And then the other knee to your chest. And we'll take the first knee back into your chest. And with one hand or two, we're just going to make little circles moving out. And then little circles moving in. And we'll hug that knee to our chest. And then let it go. Other side, left knee to your chest, give it a little hug. And we'll make little circles moving out. And then little circles moving in. And then we'll hug that knee to our chest. And let it go. Okay, I think we're ready to stand up. Okay, we're going to start with the seat of the chair. So you'll be standing in front of the seat of the chair. I'm actually going to turn around so I don't have my back to the camera. So I have my left thigh to the side of the chair. I'm just going to warm up a bit before we use our chair. So let's just take the arms, nice deep breath, arms out and up. And up and down. A couple more like that. And one last one. Let's open our feet a little wider than we would. I think I have about 2 feet, maybe a little more between my feet. And we're going to inhale the arms out to the side and all the way up, this time the palms facing forward here. We're in the letter X. So tuck your tailbone down and under a bit. Maintain that tall spine. Reach up through your fingers and down through your heels. And then we'll bend the elbows and lock the feet together. Let's try it again, opening those feet. Tucking your tailbone down and under, easy knees. And then we'll draw the arms out to the side, all the way up. Palms facing forward. Feel the stretch all the way up through your fingers and all the way down through your heels. And the next time you exhale, we'll bend the elbows and walk your feet together. We can do one more. Feet nice and wide. Stabilize your center. Inhale your arms out and up. And exhale, bend the elbows and walk the feet together. Let's open our feet a little less than X, but a little wider than hip distance. And we'll just twist from side to side. Let your arms be heavy. I like to think that they're noodles. And slow it down. And we'll come back to center. Nice deep breath here. Let's open our feet a little wider, as wide as we did for the letter X. So you have a choice here. Your toes can point to the corners of the room, or they can just point forward. And that's going to depend on the comfort of your knees. So we'll inhale. This is my left arm right up next to my ear. And then the right arm down by my side. And I'm going to use my breath to bring it over and up. So use the exhale to open the left side. Reach down. Stay on one side for a few more times. Let's allow the inhale to bring us back to center and release that arm. Right arm right up next to your ear, left arm right down by your side. Open up the whole right side using your breath. Easy knees. And the next time you inhale, come to center and release the arm and walk the feet together. Let's take the shoulders up, back, and down and interlace your fingers behind. I'm just attempting to straighten my elbows as you draw your knuckles down towards the floor, open your chest. And then release the hands in front, we'll interlace and press. Inhale them all the way up. Release the fingers out and down, take them behind. Interlace your fingers behind, draw the knuckles down. And once more out in front, interlace and press. Inhale up. Release the fingers out and down. Interlace behind your back and draw the knuckles down. And release. So let's switch it up a bit. Interlace your fingers and just kind of notice how they're threaded. I have my left thumb on top, so I'm going to switch it up. Put my right thumb on top, and that's going to feel a little funny. And then we'll press the palms forward, inhale it up and over. Nice deep breath here, release the fingers out and down behind your back. See if you can maintain that opposite thread, because you want to go to the way you always do it. Bring your knuckles down towards the floor. And release. Let's give the hands a little shake. Let's inhale the arms out and up. So palms facing each other, a little space between the hands, easy knees. And exhale it out and down. Okay, let's turn to the seat of the chair. And we'll do some sun breath, which is forward bend and a half forward bend. Okay, so you're starting in mountain. Use your arms. And exhale, come forward from your hip all the way down. Forward. Inhaling halfway up. And exhaling all the way down. Bend your knees, hands to the thighs to come up or out to the side and all the way up. And to namaste. Let's do two more like that. Inhaling out and up. Exhaling forward bend. Half forward bend and forward bend. Inhaling out and up. And exhale, namaste. And last one. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, half forward bend. And forward bend. Inhaling to the side. And all the way up. And exhaling, namaste. Beautiful. Let's add to it. So we're inhaling out and up. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back. Inhaling, left foot back. Downward dog. Let's draw the hips forward. Coming up onto the balls of your feet, pressing down through the heels, you're in a plank. You'll exhale back, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left foot forward, all the way down into forward bend. And inhale, out and up. Namaste. How we doing? One more like that we can do. Out and up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend. Inhale, I'm going to switch it up. Left foot back. And right foot back. Downward dog. Hold on to that chair as you drop your hips forward. And then press back into downward dog. This time left foot forward. And right foot forward. Into forward bend. Easy knees, reaching out to the side. And all the way up. Namaste. Let's hold for a breath. I'm going to turn my chair around. So that I'm standing to the side of the back of the chair. And we'll begin in mountain pose and open those feet nice and wide. Let's pivot on this foot under the chair and point your toes directly under. And then we'll pivot on the outside heel and bring the toes halfway in. So these toes are pointing forward. These are kind of looking at the corner of the room. But my torso is forward. So make any adjustments you need. If you feel a pull in the side of your knee. So the hand closest to the chair, we can rest it right on the top of the chair. I'm going to inhale up this outside arm. For me, it's my right. I'm going to use the breath to open up the right side. Keep those legs nice and strong. Inhale up and exhale over. This is a triangle pose. Trikonasana. Tree, 3 sides, triangle. And coming back to center, release that arm. And then we'll draw the toes forward and walk the feet together. Separate your toes nice and wide. For you, you're just gonna turn around. I'm gonna switch my chair. So that we can do the other side. Beginning mountain, we'll make those feet nice and wide. And we'll pivot on the heel and put the toes directly under the chair. And then pivot on the outside heel and bring the foot halfway in. So not all the way, but halfway. And then your torso is going to be forward, so make any adjustments that you need. You can even move your chair. So the hand closest to the chair will just rest on the chair, the opposite arm next to your ear. And we're going to use the hand on the chair to kind of support you as you open the left side. Use your breath, inhaling up and then exhaling over. Of course, the chair is optional. Let's do it one more time. And then come back up to center, release the arm, pivot your heels, toes forward, and we'll walk the feet together. Let's turn to the back of our chair. And with your fingers resting on the chair, we'll walk back into downward dog. Easy knees, pulling in the belly. And when you're ready, lift the chest. Tuck your chin down. And let the head be the last thing that comes up. Let's try it again, that was good. Beginning in mountain. Let the exhale walk you back into downward dog. Easy knees, hold the belly nice and tight. And then when you're ready, lift the chest, kind of rounding your spine. Tuck your chin down and under to protect your neck. And the last thing that comes up is the head. And one more like that. Walking yourself back, downward dog. And inhaling. Walking back into mountain. Okay, so we're going to put the chair off to the side for now. Keep it closed if you'd like to, and we're going to come all the way down on the mat. Let's start by just stretching legs out in front. June, I can shut the window if it's chilly.
That's all right, or maybe it's warmer out.
I'm sorry?
Maybe it's warmer out.
It could be, yeah.
So it's probably.
Okay, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Find those sit bones and ground them down. Shoulders up, back, and down. Nice open chest. I'm going to bring my hands to the mat beside each thigh. Pull the belly in where that hinge. And the center is the strongest point, so make your center the strongest point. Okay, let's walk the hands towards your ankles, towards your heels. A little bend in the knee is helpful and healthy for your back. And then we'll come up and back. A little bend in the knee, and we'll reach to the ankles, toes, and then come up and back. Let's put some space between the heels and we'll make the feet like rubber. Okay. And then feet back together. We're going to take the sole of one foot into the thigh of the other. Pull the belly in. I'm going to put one hand on either side of that outstretched leg. And then we'll take that knee in and stretch it away. Going to the other side, sole of the foot into the thigh of the outstretched leg. So the idea is for this knee to be down. Sometimes you have to kind of think about that. And if it's not, and it's something like that, that's fine too, as long as it doesn't cause pain. So one hand on either side of that outstretched leg. And we'll ease up, take that knee in and press it out. Let's open up the feet nice and wide as you can. And we'll place the hand in the center. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's walk the hands on either side of one knee. Tuck your chin down, and then we'll walk them over to the opposite on either side. So this sit bone is going to want to lift. See if you can ground it down, pull your belly in. Tuck your chin down to protect your neck, and we'll walk it over to the other side. Now this sit bone is going to want to rise. See if you can ground it down. And we'll walk over to the other side. Let's come to the center. And as you lift up, you'll draw the soles of your feet together. Onto your ankles or your toes, or your shins, and sit with a nice tall spine. Add a little butterfly flap. And we'll draw the knees together and legs away. We're going to come from here to hands and knees. So take your time and set yourself up. When you're in hands and knees, the majority of the weight should be on this pointer finger and the base of the thumb, and not out on the baby finger. So see if you can, I try to squeeze those fingers together and kind of grip my mat when I do that. And also, if it bothers your wrists, you can bring them just a little more forward. Or the last resort could be coming up onto your fists. Make sure the weight is spread evenly. As you can see, it keeps your wrist in line. Okay, so work with whatever is going to work for you. And let's bring the knees together so that they're touching and you can feel your knees squeezing together and your feet together. We're going to inhale and stretch the right leg away. And I'm pointing through the toes. I'm going to exhale and draw the knee in towards my nose and reaching your nose towards your knee. But we're going to keep it moving, so stretch it out and draw it in. And stretch it out and draw it in. And one last time, just stretch it out and draw it in. And then release the knees together. We'll go to the other side. Left leg, stretch it out, point the toes. And then round as you draw it in. You do this 3 more times. And then release the knees. And we'll press all the way back into child's pose. So I'm opening my knees a bit for child's pose. You can even come down on your elbows. Release the head and release the neck. We'll walk those hands back into a rock pose, which looks like this. We'll come to the side so you can see too. A rock pose that looks like this, or the high kneel. Centering your center, centering your center. Okay, so let's come back to our mat, hands and knees, and we'll try a balancing cat pose. Here we go. So stretching right leg back. Come up onto the toes. The toes are connected to the floor right now. As I bring my left arm right up next to my ear, look down at your mat. When you look up like this, you're kind of crunching the back of your neck, so keep your neck long. And if you want to take it a little further, go ahead and lift the leg and point the toes. So you feel that diagonal stretch. And we'll bend the elbow, bend the knee, come back to balancing, come back to table. And we'll do the other side. So left foot up on the toes. And right arm right up next to your ear. I'm looking down, not looking up. You want to make it a little harder. Lift the left leg. Point the toes. And when you're ready, bend the elbow, bend the knee. And we'll come back into child's pose. I'm opening my knees for child's pose. To come down on your elbows. Or down on your forehead. And when you're ready, walk the hands back into rock pose. Or the high kneel. Okay. Time is moving. So let's come all the way down on our belly. So just walk yourself down. Coming all the way down on our belly. Let's start by taking the elbows out to the side and we'll stack your hands. Resting your forehead right down on your fingers. So this is a nice opportunity to just really make your breath big. Breathing into your belly. Let's lift up onto our elbows and we'll come into the Sphinx pose. Drawing those elbows directly under your shoulders. So not out here or too forward or too far back. Finding that sweet spot where your elbows are directly under your shoulders, supporting your torso. So I was teaching this pose the other day and I couldn't remember what the Sphinx is. It's a cross between a man and a lion. Thank you, John. I knew you would know. The Sphinx is a cross between a man and a lion. So let's bend the knees and we'll press the heels up to the ceiling and we're just gonna roll them side to side, get a nice massage of your thighs and your hips. And then bring them up to the ceiling and release, and really point them away, your toes, point, 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 and see if you can bring them together. So you have this line of energy just reaching behind you, reaching and stretching, and then release the effort and let the legs be heavy and supported. Okay, let's release the elbows, and we'll bring the torso down and get ready to do Cobra. So Cobra is hands on the side of your chest. Most often people have them way up here, but see if you can bring them down on each side of your chest, and see if you can open your fingers, because it gives you more space to balance, more space to move from. So we're gonna rest the forehead on the mat and use your exhale to lift the back of your head. You can feel the weight shifting to your pelvis, and that's okay too. And you can add to the pose by pressing a bit into your hands. But remember, the belly button always stays connected to the floor, and your elbows should stay in. And at the same time, reach down through the legs, point the toes, and let's release. A lot going on in Cobra. The next time you exhale, lift the back of the head, squeeze the shoulder blades together, stretch down through your legs, point your toes, and if you want to press in just a bit to come up a little higher, that's okay too. Releasing down onto the forehead, and we'll rest. Let's do one last Cobra. And lifting the back of the head, squeezing the shoulder blades, and pressing in gently, stretching the legs and pointing the toes. And then release the effort and rest on one side of your head. Let's bring the elbows up to the side again as we rest our hands on top of each other. And then rest your forehead on your fingers. Stretch down now through your right leg and point the toe. See if you can lift the toes just inches off the floor. So it's more about stretching away and then coming up real high. Really stretching that leg nice and long, and then release it. We'll go to the other side, so left leg. Stretch down and point the toes. It's more about making it long than it is about lifting it high. Let's go back to the right leg and stretch, stretch, and point, point. And release, and we'll go to the other side. Left. And then release the legs, bend the knees, press your heels to the ceiling, and we'll rock from side to side.
It's 9:50, Sharon.
Okay, thank you. Okay, gently come up onto your elbows, and we're going to roll onto our backs. Take your time. Find your comfy spot. You can keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor if that feels better for your back. If you feel like you can, stretch the legs long. Begin with the head. So take your chin and just tuck it down towards your chest just a bit so that you feel that bony bone on the back of your head. And then we'll take your shoulders down and back. We're kind of flattening out the shoulder blades underneath, and this allows your chest to be nice and open. Now, when we do all that work in the torso, what happens is the pelvis shifts. So let's bend the knees and come up onto your feet, and we'll lift your lower back and then ground it down. So find that spot where you can really flatten out onto your sacrum. Thank you. So when I flatten down onto my sacrum, I have a little space between my sacrum and my upper back, and that's what we want. We want to support the curves of the spine, not flatten them out. So when you find yourself grounded on that sacrum, comfortably, you can stretch your legs long. And we'll stretch those arms out to the side. So you can roll the palms open to the ceiling and see what that does to the shoulders. And then again, you might have shifted in your center, so grounding down onto your sacrum. Use your out breath to let go of the tension and the stress and even the weight of your body. So each time you exhale, imagine giving over a little more. As you breathe out, imagine the belly button squeezing back towards your spine to squeeze out the last little bit of air. And what that does is it allows you to have a bigger breath next time. And when you're ready to come back, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and we'll roll to one side. I like to make a little pillow with my hands. And then take some time here, a breath or two. And then when you're ready, help yourself come to seated. And we'll find ourselves in Sukhasana. Okay, let's bring our hands to our heart. Breathing into the space under your thumbs. Namaste. Namaste. So how's everybody good? Sometimes when you're down and you're move quick, you can get that kind of swimming feeling in your head.
I get that one, no question.
You what?
I get that one, but not have the
Oh yeah, I get it all the time.
So I can feel which one.
Let there be two. I could give her stuff to do. Okay. We ended a little early. Sorry. So after this, we have a chair yoga session.
Wow. What time do we start?
10:15. Yeah, so we'll see. If we get any takers.
I wish I told Faith because I bet she might have come.
Victoria called her, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so she can come, she can. Good.
Thanks for coming to do some yoga with me today. Okay, so let's begin seated in our chair. Let's just take a moment to settle down in and find your sit bones. I'm going to turn my palms up to the ceiling and create a nice tall spine. Soften your belly, and let's close our eyes to begin. So we're just taking a moment to take a little inventory. Just getting a sense of where we are today. Noticing any tension in the muscles and the joints. And notice your breath. And when you're ready, come back and we'll open our eyes. Let's bring our hands together into Namaste. Big thumbs relax on your heart. I'm going to take a little bow and hands to my forehead, Namaste. Okay, so let's begin by coming to the edge of our chair. Ankles under knees and hips under shoulders. I like to take the shoulders up, down, and back. Let's take the arms by our side and then we'll do big shoulder circles. And let the effort come from your shoulders. Sometimes people will use the arms to kind of wind it up, and that's okay too. But you really want to focus on those shoulders. And the next time you come up, down, and back, we'll add a little squeeze to the shoulder blades behind. And then release. Let's do hands by our side again, and we'll do circles forward. And notice the effort of your shoulders. Try to make it an effort of your shoulder muscles and not your arms, so you're not using those arms. And then again, we'll take the shoulders up, down, and back, add a little squeeze. Let's take them up to our ears, and here we're just going to hold and let your arms hang. And again, all the way up to your ears, and let your arms hang. And one last one up to your ears. And release them down. Lots of space between your shoulders and your ears. So with that space, let's just drop the right ear down towards your shoulder. And then gently bring it up and then down towards your left shoulder. And gently bring it up. Let's go side to side. See how that feels. See if you're feeling any tightness. I'm gonna put I apologize, I thought my phone was on. Silent, okay. So we're just going side to side. Let's add the arm. So we'll take, this is my right arm. I'm gonna bring it right out and all the way to the other side of my head. And I'm guiding my right shoulder, right ear towards right shoulder, and the opposite arm I'm gonna hang. So I'm not pulling, just allowing the weight of my arm to open the side of my neck and shoulder. And gently release the arm, release the head, and we'll go to the other side. So left arm all the way up and over to the other side of the head, guiding left ear towards left shoulder, hanging my right arm down by my side. Again, we're not pulling, just opening. And release the arm and release the head. Let's tuck our chin down towards our chest. And then we'll gently roll the head to the right and down. And then to the left. And down. Let's do one more on each side. So to the right. Really go slow so that you feel all the opening and stretching. And to the left, nice and slow. I want to feel everything the whole way through. Let's do one more. And then coming to the center and lifting your head to center. Okay, let's draw the arms down by your side. We're gonna inhale them out and up as you breathe in and exhaling out and down. So a couple more like that, nice deep breath. In and out. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Making sure you're on the edge of your chair. Let's reach behind. I'm holding here towards the top of the chair, but you can hold down low. It's all going to depend on your shoulders and how they're feeling this morning. So I'm reaching behind. Some almost in the center, I guess, and I'm going to drop my chest forward. And let's, on an exhale, bring the arms out in front, and we'll hollow the belly and around through the spine. So inhale and open and reach back, and exhale, hands together on the front. Let's do one more. Inhaling, open and reach, and exhaling round. And let's come to center. Let's take the arms out to the side with the palms facing forward, and we'll give ourselves a nice big hug. Let's do a little rock from side to side. And release again out to the side, opposite arm on top, nice big hug. And side to side. And coming back to the center. To release those arms. Let's take the arms out to the side and all the way up and over your head. We're going to keep some distance between the hands. And if you're looking a little more like this, that's okay too. So right up next to your ear. It could be a little lopsided. There we go. Really stretching up through your fingertips and down through your sit bones. Feel your feet connected to the floor, and then we'll release the arms out and down. Let's do that again. Out and up. Reaching up, pull the belly in, grounding down through your sit bones, pressing down through your feet, and release out and down. Let's do one more. Okay. Moving to the edge of our chair, let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug. At the same time, I'm pressing down through my heel, making that leg active. And then to the other side, left leg, left knee into your chest, give it a little hug. And let it go. Let's stretch the right leg away and add a reach. Ease up and back, and we'll go to the other side here. Let's go back to the right. I'm sliding on the floor here. And sit up nice and straight and tall. Let's do knees open and close. I'm just warming up those hips. And let's bring the feet together side by side and then the soles together and let the knees fall away. Now when that happens, lift up out of your center, create a nice tall spine, and we'll take the shoulders up, back, and down. Allow your belly to breathe. Just let it go. Let's draw the knees together, and then we'll walk the feet away and the knees stay. So we're walking to the outside, right? Your feet inside rather, and then we're walking. Soles of your feet together now, you're resting on the outside. Create a nice tall spine and the shoulders back and down. Let your belly be soft. And then knees together, and we'll walk the feet away, coming onto the inside. And then we'll walk the feet together. Let's stretch the right leg and stretch the left leg. Stretch it out, press through the heels, stretch it out. One last time. And let's walk our feet nice and wide. We're going to stretch one leg out straight, pressing through the heel. So corner of the chair is into my thigh, so I'm really on the edge here. Pressing through the heel, nice strong leg. Don't press back through your knee. Always a little bump, a little healthy bump in the knee. And then we'll bend the knee and walk the feet together. And then we'll walk them wide and go to the other side. Left leg, stretch it out, press through the heel. Create a nice tall spine. And then bend the knee and walk the feet together. Stretch one leg and the other. One leg and the other. And last one leg and the other. Okay. Let's come back onto our chair so that half of your thigh is supported. Yeah, about half. And this enables us to really stretch the legs out. So this is my right leg, stretching it out. Let's move into the feet. We'll do some points, point and flex. And then we'll go to the other side, left leg, point and flex. And when you're pointing and flexing, try not to lose this nice tall spine that you have, and your center is strong. Okay, back to the first leg. We'll stretch it out, this time big circles. And the other direction. And other side, here we go. Left leg, big circles. Which keeps your ankles nice and healthy. And the other direction, big circles, as big as you can make them. You might notice one side is just, it's like this foot for me doesn't kind of roll like the other one does. That's okay. Okay, let's stretch out the right leg and press through the heel, and then we'll add the right arm. So we're taking it out and up, and the opposite arm right by our side. So right leg, right arm, press out through your fingers, press out through your heel, really stretch, stretch. And release. Other side, so left leg stretches out, left arm right up next to your ear, pull the belly in, stretch, stretch through your fingers, and stretch, stretch through your heel. Let's go to the right again. Right leg, and right arm. And left leg, left arm. Okay, let's switch it up. So we'll go right leg and left arm. Pull the belly in and feel that diagonal stretch. And opposite side now, left leg, right arm. Pull the belly in nice and tight, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and come back to seated. How about both legs? And both arms. Stretch through fingers, stretch through heels, and bend knees and elbows. I'm coming to the edge of my chair, and it just feels right to take one knee into your chest. And the other knee into your chest. Okay. Seated at the edge of your chair, let's bring your arms down by your side and we'll roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Hold for a nice breath here. Okay. We're going to start with the breath in, and then the exhale is going to bring us into a forward bend. Here we go. And exhale, reach your fingers towards your ankles. See if you can let your head hang. And then when you start to breathe in, walk your hands up and over, coming back to seated. Let's try that again. Starts with an inhale. And exhale, walk them over and down. When we start to breathe in, we'll walk those hands up and over. This time we're going to hold for a breath. So we'll start with the breath in. And glide those hands over and down. Stay for a breath in and out. And the next breath in locks your hands up and back to center. Okay, let's do some poses. The first pose we'll do is tree pose. So I'm walking my feet together and my knees and thighs squeezing together. And of course, I begin with a nice tall spine. So we're gonna allow this right knee to fall out to the side, and we're gonna bring the sole of the right foot up against the ankle on the left. So this left leg is really grounded. It's not moving. And the right leg is open. I can feel it in my hip. I'm going to create that nice tall spine and pull the belly in. Let's inhale the arms out to the side, then we'll bend the elbows and bring your hands into Namaste. Just notice your hip and how it's feeling. The next in-breath we're going to use to take the hands right up and over the head. Pull the belly in as you exhale. And stretch up through your fingers as you inhale. Next time you exhale, we'll bring the hands down and draw the knees together. Stretch those legs out in front one at a time. Okay, seated at the edge of your chair, feet together, knees together. Other side now, create a nice tall spine. We're gonna let the left knee fall out to the side. And the sole of the left foot, we're gonna just set it next to the right ankle. And this leg is grounded into the earth. It's not moving. And my left hip is open. So let's take the arms down by our side. We'll take the shoulders up, down, and back. Inhale the arms out to the side, bend the elbows, Namaste. Your next breath in, right up and over, tree pose. Pull the belly in. As you inhale, think about reaching and stretching up. As you exhale, think about pressing that foot into the earth and grounding. We'll release the arms, knees together. Let's stretch out the legs one at a time. Okay. Let's walk our feet together. We're going to move into what's called eagle pose. So I'm going to take my right thigh and cross it over my left. I have to help myself a little bit to make that happen. And the toes of my right foot, they're going to point down towards the floor. Again, we're going to create that nice tall spine. And inhale the arms out to the side and bend those elbows. This time we're going to bring those elbows together. The wrists, the palms and the fingers coming together. I'm sure you can feel that diagonal pull as you're pointing the toes towards the floor. At the same time, you're reaching up. Whole body's involved. If you want to take it a little further, we can take this left arm and scoop it underneath the right. And then we're gonna bring the hand back towards you, and we're gonna have those fingers reach towards the palm. So try that. Feel the stretch in the back, between your shoulder blades. You can always do this too. Give yourself a nice hug. And release the arms, release the legs. Stretch them out in front. again, we're gonna walk those feet together, knees together, create a nice tall spine. Crossing left thigh over right. Grounding down through your sit bones, and the toes of the top foot point to the floor. Let's take the arms out to the side. We're gonna bend the elbows, elbows together, wrists, palms, and fingers kind of hiding behind here. What happens is these elbows want to dip down. See if you can lift them up. Or if you wanted to, you can scoop this right arm under the left and draw the back of the hand towards you, and I'm reaching towards that palm. A little twisting is happening here. You can always just give yourself a nice big hug. And release the arms, release the legs, and just stretch them out in front. Seated up nice and straight and tall. I'm gonna walk my feet nice and wide. And then walk them together. And then walk them wide. They're making like a funny squeaky noise. And together, and last time, wide. Okay, let's take turns dropping one knee to the center. I'm holding the underside of my chair. You can always keep your hands on your thighs, whatever works, right? And when the knees come up, next time, walk the feet together, and we'll take the right knee into our chest. Give it a little hug. Don't lose your nice tall spine. And then the left knee into your chest and give it a little hug. And back to the right knee, give it a little hug. See if you can create some little circles out from the hip. And the same circles in towards the torso. And then we'll take it into your chest, give it a little hug, and release it down. Other side, left knee into your chest. Little circles away. And in towards the body. And then we'll take it into your chest again, another little hug. And let it go. Okay. Okay, we have about 10 or we'll go till 11. I think that's fine. Or at least a few minutes of it. Okay, let's get ready and do a downward dog. So downward dog is stretching your legs out in front. I'm up on the heels. And if you're on a rug or something that's not very sticky or able to support you, then move to the side of your mat. Put your mat out in front because your feet need to be kind of grounded. I think I'm okay here. I have a little bend in my knee, and I'm really grinding maybe that's not the right word, but my feet are grounded. My heels are grounded. Okay, here we go. Arms down by your side, out to the side and all the way up. Our palms are facing forward here. Arms up next to your ear, so not one of these. We're just coming forward as you pull the belly in, come forward just 3 inches, that's it. Inhaling up, out and down, and feet on the floor. Again, stretch those legs out in front, a little bump in the knee, ground down your heels, Create a tall spine, out and up, and exhale, just inches forward, just inches. And out and down, and feet on the floor. Downward dog, seated downward dog, one last one. Downward dog. Let's do a little open, close, open, close. You know, we didn't do anything for our hands today. And those are so important. So let's take a few minutes. Create some heat by rubbing your hands together. And then give your thumb a little massage. I'm just squeezing it with the other thumb and pointer finger. Just kind of milking it a little bit. And then your pinky, give that a little massage. And make sure everybody gets a little massage. Everybody's happy. And then how about the palm of your hand? I'm just kind of rubbing it with my thumb. It feels really good. Hands do so much work, right? Other side, start by kind of milking your thumb and really getting into the web there. You can kind of dig in there with your thumb. And your pinky. I'm just giving each finger a little massage. And then how about the palm? Just all around the palm with your thumb. And let's interlace your fingers, bring the heels of your hands together, and we'll just make one big circle, one big ball, and we're moving it from side to side. I can hear the cracking in my wrists. Just a little air. That's all that is. And then release and open your fingers nice and wide, lots of space between. And then we'll stretch the arms out, press through the heels of your hands, almost like a stop. Stop. And let's bring back 4 fingers. Leave the thumb alone, just stretch those 4 fingers back and really feel it in your wrists. Other side, 4 fingers back, stretch the arm out. And then release. We'll interlace those fingers and press the palms away. We're going to bring them right up and over. Off to one side and the other. And release the fingers and shake them all the way down. Okay, interlace your fingers. We're going to switch it up. Opposite thumb on top. Feels a little funny. Pressing the palms forward and all the way up to one side and the other. And release and shake them all the way down. So I learned to count to 10 in American Sign Language, so we'll do that because it's a good stretch for the fingers. So number 1 and number 2, peace sign. I think this would be 3, but no, it's 3. So peace sign at the thumb. 4, stretch, stretch. 5. 6 is thumb and pinky.